Okay, let's talk Halloween safety, and of course here in Halton Region. That starts with a few tips from Halton Regional Police. I spoke with Media Relations Officer Ryan Anderson. You know, it did strike me, though, as I was thinking about this interview. One of the traditional safety sayings that parents tell their children is, don't take candy from strangers. We've all heard that, right? But then on Halloween, we urge kids to go out at night and literally take candy from strangers. I enlightened Ryan with my epiphany.
I'd never thought about it that way, but yeah, you're right. 364 days a year, don't talk to strangers, but be cautious. And then one day a year, put a costume on and go ring on everybody's doorbell and ask for food.
It's very strange, but nonetheless, let's go through some safety steps. So it is fun. I mean, I loved Halloween as a kid. And I mean, actually, you know, you and I were probably pretty close in age, except you clearly take way better care of yourself than I do. But I mean, we may have run around in plastic costume from Zellers back in the day. Well, what has changed between our era and this era that maybe parents should be weary of or aware of?
Yeah, I grew up in the 80s where everything was a mask with that one elastic band
That cut your ears.
Yes, yeah. That was everyone's costume. And then the plastic or vinyl, I don't even know what those were made of. Yeah, not a lot.
So very different now, but also, you know, this day and age for parents, a little different world to be sending the kids out. You're not necessarily sending them out alone like we did, right?
Correct. Yeah. You know, as the police, we would encourage all young children need to be accompanied by adult. And you mentioned the costumes. At this time of year, the light is disappearing pretty rapidly in the evening, so everyone needs to be able to see. So those masks that we were wearing probably aren't the best. I think I have three young daughters right now, so I've seen their costumes. They have masks. They're just a lot better, a lot more vision. So you want to make sure your kids are wearing something that they can see, and face paint's an option too, right? If the mask that it came with isn't very good, maybe look at trying your artistic skills out and see if you can. I've done the same thing. An hour before we go out there, they're at the kitchen table, and I'm trying to put Dracula blood on, and I think it looks better too. Anyway, so it's not just so that you can see. We also want to make sure that drivers can see you, because as I mentioned, the light it's going to be dark by the time most kids will start ringing the doorbell. So if you can't convince your child to wear reflective safety tape, which, could be a hard sell on Halloween and maybe ruin the look of a vampire. What I've done that works in the past is I've gone to the dollar store and grabbed a whole bunch of those glow sticks, glow lights, hang them over my kid's neck, and they seem to want to wear those. And it's a good way to make sure that cars can see you.
Now, should we talk about the razor blade in the apple scenario, the folklore around that? Because let's be honest here, if anyone is giving out apples, they're just a terrible person to begin with. But I want to talk in general candy safety. What should parents do to make sure that this candy the kids get is safe?
Yeah, for the most part, you're right that, that is not a common thing. Unfortunately, it has happened. I have seen it happen, very rare, so I certainly wouldn't want to discourage anyone from participating in Halloween. We just want to make sure as a parent, before your kid starts diving into that, when you get home, give a quick look, pull out anything that's unwrapped or looks suspicious or looks like it's might have been played with. Again, it's not something I would be too stressed about, but we would certainly encourage everybody to take a quick look at what their kids are coming home with.
For those that may not be, not in a position, I don't have kids, for instance, but I'm going to welcome kids to my property to give out candy. What are steps that I can take so they have a safe outing to my place?
Yeah, that's a great question. You have all the decorations up, just make sure there's a clear path and that the lights are on and it's well lit, so people not only know A, that you're giving out candy, but B, that they can see. And if you're not participating, no problem. Just make sure you turn the lights off and give that signal to everybody that you're not interested, and maybe you're watching the Blue Jays game and want to be left alone.
That is coming up on Friday night. Yeah, yeah. So these kids got till 8 o'clock to get to my door. Then I'm done with them.
You got it.
But as far as drivers go, driving safety, Halloween. We talk about it around the start of school, but Halloween is double because it's also dark. On top of all the kids being on the streets, what should people do? Clearly, slow down, being number one.
Expect a kid to dart out into traffic in between homes. They're going to see a house that they want to visit. They're going to see a friend across the street. Expect the unexpected, if you will, and make sure you're slowing down even more when you're entering these residential neighborhoods. We're not looking at phones. We're not taking phone calls. We're not watching the Blue Jays game. We are focused on the road and aware that it's Halloween night and that there's going to be some kids who maybe didn't see our message about wearing reflective tape or glow sticks and running out into the street, and be prepared for that.